Am I even doing this right? Oh. Acts like I just haven't taken like a 2-year break. So we're gonna ignore my hair. There's a lot of products going on. It will dry, it'll look cute later. No, it won't. Okay, no, it won't. We're gonna talk about Always a Witch. I'm always a sucker for like romance. I love it. I think it's the cutest thing in the world. Like most people.
I'm not like other girls.
So I gave the show a gander, and let me tell you, it's a little problematic. The show starts with a girl who's like a slave. Highest of key, she's literally like a slave in like 1646, and you're just like, oh, okay, well, I mean, this is realistic time traveling for black people. Like, this is not crazy. So she's a slave, and she is also apparently a witch, and you're just like, okay, well, that doesn't tell me that's gonna end well for you and your life. So what happens is that one day she gets older, and like she's like on a slave block, and this dude is being kind of rude, and he's like, oh look, she like doesn't eat a lot, and like guys should buy her, and like the guy who's like selling the slaves, and I'm just like, okay, well, yeah, she doesn't eat a lot, she's a slave, you don't give her a lot to eat. I don't. Okay, well, the guy who's selling the slaves like pushes her down. Why you gotta be so rude? And go on her knees. He's like, little slave girl. And this dude, the white savior dude, comes up and he's like, hey, don't treat her like that. And he grabs her hand and like helps her up, and he's like, hey, are you okay? And she's like, yeah, I am. And then like they like share a look with each other, and I'm just like, are we really? So then they like jump forward, and she's like in his house, working as a slave, as slaves do, and like they're like have like this secret little romance where they're what's it called, like sharing notes with each other and all this other stuff. But then like his mom finds out, and they arrest her, and then she's like on trial, but not really. It's more just like they're all yelling at her, and they're like, ah, black people can't read, that must be magic. And she's like, oh, I'm smart. And they're like, smart. So then the dude, who's like apparently her boyfriend now, he comes up and he's like, hey, I love her, and if you're gonna hurt her, then you should hurt me, because like they're hiking on a burner at the stake. I'm just like, oh wow, okay, we're doing that today. So then he's like, if you're going to hurt her, you should just hurt me also. If you're gonna burn her, burn me also. I would like to die with her, and your religion doesn't let me be with who I love, not a religion I want to be a part of. And I guess like I'm supposed to be like, oh my god, he is just so sweet, oh my god, he really loves her, but like he owned her. So then his dad shows up, and his dad's like, no son of mine's gonna be a witch lover, and literally shoots him and kills him. And I'm just like, oh, it's serious. Y'all are serious. Y'all are crazy. Okay. We flash forward, and somehow she's in 2019, but then you find out later that she met like this witch dude, this like immortal witch dude who's like, hey yo, get this magic stone and give it to this lady in the future, and then I'll help you save your boo. And she's like, hey yo, bet, I'll do anything for him. Screw my life, screw anything else but saving him. And I'm like, ma'am, can you please like love yourself, please, for the love of, no, we're just gonna, okay, cool. I mean, I feel like you have other things to live for, but like whatever, it's just me. So then gives her the magic stone or whatever, and she's like, ayo, bet, and goes to the future, and she's like confused by televisions and like, I don't know, equality. So when she's at the hospital, they're like, hey, maybe she's like a victim from this like serial killer dude. The detective dude shows up, and he's like, hey yo, we need to talk to you about serial killer stuff. And she's like, nothing yet, and like runs off into the night, and then finds her old like slave house that she was kept, and like begs for a job, and then gets one because she makes like a mean mole, I guess. I don't know. After she begs for a job, or maybe before, honestly, who cares? She goes to the place and actually finds this random person that she's supposed to be like giving the stone to, She finds a random person. The random person's like, "Ayo, okay, cool. We have the stone. I will send you back to the future for sure. Let's do it." And I'm like, this is episode 1. We're like 20 minutes into it. This girl's not going back to the future. The person who's gonna send her back gets kidnapped by like smoke. Like I'm like literally I'm like, Dementors who? So now girl, who's like was not a person yesterday and now has rights and whatever, is like stuck in 2019. I don't know how I really feel about the show and like at all. It's like it's kind of romanticizing slavery. So girl is like, I have to go find the lady now. The lady who's been kidnapped. What happened to her? And she's like high-key kind of completely alone except for this other girl who's like a witch, but she's doing the whole like, I want to live my life, you can't tell me what to do, I don't want to, you're pushing this destiny on me, you know, like that whole tired shtick. So she's like trying to convince the girl to like help her, and that's not really working out because the girl's like, I don't want to, which I get. Bruh, I can barely do group projects on time. If you don't, so far, I don't really know. I think it's a pretty chill show. I think it's a pretty nice show. People might feel differently. I don't know why, but I'm like interested in this show. Like, I don't get like why I keep watching it. But then again, I'm also the person who watched like all 5 of the Sharknado movies. So like, I really don't have anything to stand on about my taste in TV shows or movies. Well, all in all, it's not a funny show. Like, it's not, and not even funny like, oh, like they're trying to be like entertaining and it's like failing short. Now, for the lip. You ever buy a lip so long ago that you forget what it even looks like? And you just like, and then you put it on and you're just like, oh, maybe I do have taste. And we're done. Hello. Hello.